Hello, how we doing? Welcome to another episode built by Ben. We're at the barn, of course. Today we're trying to work out what our ground levels will be, basically. I'll just here, and this is our lounge area at the moment. And as you can see, it's just absolutely full of stuff, which I've been piling up over there at the moment. That is going to help us level out all of this low ground in the caravan area a bit later on in the project. Quite a lot of fill to go in there, so that's going to be quite important. Today what I wanted to do is show you guys how, if we focus on the background there, so that part there we've got to try and make level with that part there and over the back of the house. So I'm basically going to show you how we do that. So basically the finished floor level, I think I've decided is going to be roughly where this sort of tarmac level is here. And then we've got to try and find the same level in the next rooms, and obviously there's solid brick walls between these rooms, so it's not easy to find where your level is. Now the old school builders used to do this with water, and then they used to fill it with water and stretch the pipe out across the site, and water will always stay level, so you get your 2 points there. We're cheating, so we've got a ground laser here. I'm going to set it up and show you guys what it does. Right, so the idea of this thing is that you turn this on like this. You'll see this top bit start to spin in a minute. Or is it out of battery? Huh, there it goes. So that started spinning. Basically what that's doing is it's projecting a red laser all the way over site wherever it can see. So as you can see, it will be going straight through that doorway, straight through that doorway, and straight through that doorway. So that'll just allow us to find what level is everywhere. Right, so this is the receiver for the laser. So basically what this does, you can see it on here, basically telling me to go up a bit there, down a bit, and when it hits that line in the middle, I mean we're talking about millimeters here, but when it hits that line in the middle, it means that that's picking up that laser exactly. So if we move it a bit higher, it tells us to come down, a bit lower tells us to go up. Okay, so you get the idea. And I've forgotten to get the rod from the yard, but we can just attach this to a bit of batten so that we can move about in these areas and find out where our ground level is. Right, so I've turned the beeping off so that it doesn't bug everyone, but you can see there that within a couple of mil we've basically got that sitting on the floor here on the tarmac, and then we can see there that it's picking up that laser, and it's just below where the laser's going, but that's, again, it's just within a couple of mil, where at the groundworks part of it, it's not really, you know, a couple of mil isn't really an issue. So we'll move around the whole barn now and you know, just test out what sort of levels we've got. Right, so I've moved the laser around the front of the building here, and you can see that I've got it on this piece of batten here, down onto what I think should be the finished floor level. And now we can move into the other side of the barn and check it. as you can see there, there's probably only about 5 or 10 mil in it, so makes my life a lot easier. We can basically just check a few little points. Again, that's only probably 10 to 20 mil low there, but that's just going to be where this slab has sunken. But that just allows us to check all of the different points in the barn, so I'll go around and do that now. And then what we can do is just work out how deep we'll have to dig this part of the lounge here in order to build up our floor layers again. Okay, so now that we've done that bit, and we can get a good understanding of, like, when you're trying to just walk around these places, and when you can't see, like, through the walls, you can't sort of get your perception right. You can be so far off with these things, so that's why it's good to use that laser. I'll just draw on here for you basically what our floor makeup's going to be, or what I think it's going to be at this stage, because we haven't consulted the structural engineer just yet. It's going through on the paperwork. But basically, if you've got your ground level here, we'll then have about 100 mil of hardcore in this area. We'll then have 150 mil slab on top of that. That might be able to be reduced to 125. I'm hoping it can, just because that'll save quite a lot on the concrete cost. So that'll be the hardcore, and that will be 100 mil. We've got the 125 for the concrete slab. Then we'll have the Celotex on top. Now that should also be 125. And what I forgot to draw in here is that we have like a 50 mil sand blinding, they call it, over the top of the hardcore, and that is just to protect the damp proof membrane from getting pierced from the hardcore, so that'll be 50 mil as well. Then on top of the 125 mil Celotex, you'll have all your underfloor heating pipes running through, and then you'll have a 50 mil liquid screed on top of that. So as you can see, we're 2 lots of 125 here, which is 250. We're 300 mil with the screed on top. We're 350 mil with the sand blinding, so we're 450 mil when you add the hardcore. So if we use 450 mil as our sort of rough guide for now, oh, it's a good time for the pencil to run out, isn't it? So 450 mil as a rough guide for how low we want to dig this down below our finished floor level. Floor level is going to be, you know, what you walk on when the house is done. It's going to be like your wooden flooring. You can get really finicky and start, you know, adding your actual thickness of your flooring as well. But at this stage, not really worth it. So yeah, we'll go for that, and basically what that will allow me to do is dig this area down now, in the camera around there. You have to dig all of that area down to 450 mil below where the laser was telling me was level, and that gives us a good guide for you know, the whole building. So I'll crack on with that. Right, so we've got this little area here that we've just dug down to depth, and it might be quite hard to see on the camera, but you can see from down at this level we're actually coming quite a bit off of that original floor there, and I've already taken a huge scrape from the top of that floor, as you can see down at this level, that bit up there is even higher than this original floor, and then we've got to come down this much more from there. But what I can do is keep using the laser level over there, and as I dig, because when you sit up on this digger seat, it's quite hard because of your perception of the ground. It's quite hard to see if you are digging level or not. So we just hop out of the seat every now and then, check it with a stick, and then just keep digging until we're happy that you know, we're mostly level across the whole thing. At groundwork stage, it doesn't really matter if you're sort of 10-20 mil shy, because you can alter that with your hardcore. But yeah, I've got a load of digging to do, so I'll catch you up at the end of it. Right then, so we're at the end of the day now, losing light a bit. You can see here that we are pretty much down to level all the way round, apart from tidying the edges up a little bit, which I'm going to have to do by hand, which ain't happening today because I've got a bad back. And then there's this chunk in the corner here that seems to have a bit more concrete under it than the rest, but the rest of that slab is broken up. If we come down to this level, you can see just how much has had to come out. Give you a good idea from that angle. So yeah, we've got the last load now going away in the Manitou. We've still got this area here to do, but I think that's good progress for the day. I mean, that'll be one more room ticked off, and then that'll be ready for the sewer pipes to go in, which have got to feed a room here. We've got a utility and bathroom going there, so the sewer pipes will have to go right under this and out the back of the property. Hopefully on the next episode, by the time that one's aired, I'll be able to show you the plans and what we're actually doing with the place, which will be nice. I'll try and get a good drone shot of the place and sort of overlay our plans on it. The laser's lighting me up there. But yeah, thanks for watching again. If you are new to the channel, then please subscribe so that you can see the rest of the build. And like the video if you can, comment if you can, and don't forget to tell a mate about it. I'll see you on the next episode. Cheers for tuning in.